It's the magic of risking everything for a dream that nobody sees but you.
I've seen your subtle faith in me fall to pieces.
Well, okay, guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we got the Game 2 between the Lakers and the Celtics in Boston. Game 1 was a blowout. On Boston's behalf, it was well played. They were on fire. They hit everything they threw up. LA in that first game showed me that Byron Scott is good in the starting lineup. Well deserved to get the starting lineup position. So was Danny Ainge. Danny was hot. Danny was really hot. I enjoyed his aggressive style of play. I thought Danny in the starting lineup with him pushing the ball really changed the dynamic of the game for Boston. I believe it sped it up, and I think that's what they need. So what I didn't notice was how Kareem was, at least in the first game, he didn't seem very dominant. He didn't seem like old Kareem. Like last year, I could clearly say Kareem's still the alpha male. Even though Magic hit shots, he really didn't step up in the first game either. It's not like he noticeably took over the alpha male position, is what I'm saying. I just think all around it was a bad game for LA. So I guess game 2, we're going to see what Pat does. He goes back to the drawing board. It's their second game in Boston. This is also the first year they adapted the 2-3-2 format for the finals. So the next 3 after this game is going to be in LA. And they kept that 2-3-2 format until, was it 2013 or 2013, 2014, 15, somewhere in there. They kept it for about 30 years. So if I had my preference, I like the 2-2-1-1-1 format, basically. I like that a lot better than I like the 2-3-2. Because in the 2-3-2, even though the team with a better record gets rewarded, and they really don't have to win a game on the road to win the finals. That's the only thing I didn't like about the 2-3-2 is, hey, if you got the best home record and you got home court, you don't have to win any of the 3, at the visitor. You can just come back, play the first 2 at home, come back the last 2, and play all 4 home games and never win an away game. In my opinion, in the 2-2-1-1-1, it's only fair. A champion should have to win on the road. That's just my opinion. So I really like the 2-2-1-1-1 format. But anyway, let's take off and see what the game has for us today, man.
It's the magic of risking everything for a dream that nobody sees but you.
I've seen your subtle faith in me fall to pieces.
In Boston, it will forever be known as the Memorial Day Massacre. The Celtics beating the Los Angeles Lakers by 34 points. The Boston assault came from all corners of the parquet floor. And in the end, the Lakers gave up more points in a championship game than any team in NBA history. The Lakers had cruised through the Western Conference playoffs, losing only 2 games in their march to the finals. After beating Denver, they had openly rejoiced at the thought of having another shot at the Celtics. But the faces told a different story in Game 1. Dejection, disgust, defeat. Because on the floor, the Celtics were poetry in motion, keeping the Lakers off balance at every turn. The question tonight is, how will the Los Angeles Lakers respond to that defeat? The boats are off the Charles River tonight, but the trains are still arriving at the old North Station. It's game time, number 2 of the NBA championship. When it was built in 1928, it was known as the Boston Madison Square Garden. Now it is simply referred to as the Garden here in Boston, the oldest arena in the NBA. Back in 1935, Notre Dame tried to play a football game in this stadium, but it proved to be too small. It was just the right size for Joe Louis in 1940. And it was a good size for Dwight D. Eisenhower, who was the president in 1952. But the favorite politician in these parts is the favorite son who filled the garden, John Fitzgerald Kennedy. The most memorable sports moment here could be Bobby Orr's goal in the Stanley Cup, which beat the St. Louis Blues in 1960. And the man now who keeps the Boston Garden rocking is a basketball player by the name of Larry Bird. So welcome, everybody, to Game 2 of the NBA World Championship Series. It's the Los Angeles Lakers and the Boston Celtics. Good evening, everybody, and welcome. I'm Brent Musburger. When you think back to what occurred on Monday, it is still hard to believe that the Celtics beat the Lakers by 34 points. But I think the thing to keep in mind is that frequently in a 7-game series, it is the second game and not the first which dictates the tempo and the mood for the remainder of the series. Go back to a year ago. The Lakers came in here and they won the first game. And they were well on their way to a victory in the second game until, with time running out in regulation, the Lakers had the ball out of bounds. They got it to James Worthy. Worthy attempted a cross-court pass. Gerald Henderson intercepted the pass and rolled in for the layup that tied the score. The Celtics then went on to win that game in overtime, and they came back to capture a tough 7-game series. Now, the man who called that action last year and is here tonight down on the floor with his partner Tommy Heinsohn, Dick Stockton. Dick.
Thank you very much, Brent. A recurring theme the last couple of days for the Lakers has been these fans at Boston Garden and the positive effects they have on the Celtics. Well, the Lakers know after that blowout that they have to come out strong early and perhaps take the crowd out of this game. The two men who must lead the Lakers above all, the two generals, Earvin Magic Johnson in his exuberance, court-to-court, fast break style, and of course the 38-year-old Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who told me yesterday, I will not be an armchair general in this game. Tommy Heinsohn, where does it all start for the Lakers if they're to get even here?
Well, Dick, it starts with defense. They got to create some misses on the Celtics offense and then get the rebounds to power it up the court. But the Celtics were playing such hustling defense against the break. Guys like Robert Parrish, who we'll see getting all over Kareem after the rebound, making it a tough outlet pass, and then just plain hustling back up the court quickly to stop any thoughts of a fast break. You see Parrish come up, and all of a sudden there's one defensive player, two defensive players, 3, 4, and 5 against only 4 Lakers. So they had the defensive edge there, Dick.
And they did everything right in game number 1. We've been talking about the psychological effects of getting blown out by 34 points. What are the effects on the team that wins by that many, the Celtics, in tonight's game?
Well, if the Celtics hat sizes grew since Monday, they're in for trouble because they must win this ball game. It's a coach's nightmare, the new format. If they don't win tonight, there's a possibility that the Lakers could close them out before they ever get back to the Boston Garden. Casey Jones doesn't want that, and either does Larry Bird.
All right, Danny Ainge suffered a groin pull the other day, but he worked out yesterday, and he says he's fine. Other than that, everyone is ready to go. Beat L.A. is the chant as we send you back upstairs to Brent Musburger.
All right, Dick, one of the many numbers to keep in mind tonight. The Boston Celtics over the last 2 years are 21-1 in playoff games here in the Boston Garden. Their only loss was a year ago at the hands of the Los Angeles Lakers. So we come down to it. It is game 2. What kind of character will the Los Angeles Lakers show us tonight? It is their most important test by far.
The NBA on CBS. Tonight's championship game from Boston, Massachusetts is sponsored by Light Beer from Miller. Everything you've always wanted in a beer, and less. Mazda and the full line of sophisticated Mazda products. And by Good News and Good News Pivot Racing.
The Celtics' only loss in their last 22 were to these Lakers in game 1 a year ago. It's a new year, a new game. 1-0 Boston lead. And the Lakers control.
They want to pace the game as much as they possibly can to run the legs off the big guys of the Celtics, Dick. So the pace very important.
Inside to Kareem. Tried to draw a foul. Missed everything. The Celtics worked inside in game 1 first, and then when the Lakers collapsed, went outside and were effective with their perimeter shooting.
As a unusual matchup right now, Scott is guarding Dennis Johnson, And Magic Johnson has Danny Ainge.
And we'll find out what all that means the next time the Celtics come down. They go into Worthy, and Worthy's fouled by the Celtic, Kevin McHale, I think. Right now, let's talk about what that means to have Byron Scott guarding Dennis Johnson.
Well, the more important one, Dick, is Magic Johnson guarding Danny Ainge, because they're going to use, I think, Magic to go down and double anything in the low post, giving him a bigger man to cut off the passing angles and also to keep him close to the boards to help get him started with rebounding fast break baskets.
It also makes it tougher for Dennis Johnson to catch up to Magic on a fast break. Larry Bird with his first shot. Bird came back with a 19-point game. He's been hampered by a variety of injuries. Last touch by a Celtic.
Well, James Worthy is guarding Larry Bird. And when he goes up the other end of the court, the Celtics want McHale to guard Worthy.
Byron Scott with Ainge in his face. Misses. And on the other end is Magic Johnson. The Lakers do not prefer the half-court style. Rambis working inside, tipped away. Ainge is wide open. And now the Lakers can run. Dennis Johnson is back. Here's Byron Scott. Worthy, offensive rebound. And now Jake O'Donnell has warned Dave Wohl, one of the Laker assistants, and went over them to him and pointed at his finger. So it looks like the officials are hearing everything from the benches early.
But the Lakers seem to be on their toes very early here, getting that pace the way they want it.
Bird inside to Parrish, and a 3-second violation called against the Celtics. The team split 1-1 in the regular season. The Lakers won one fewer games than the Celtics, who had 63 victories. McHale is on Worthy. Scott practically all alone out there. 7 on the shot clock for the Lakers. Kareem fouled. Robert Parrish commits his first personal foul, and Tommy, he didn't pick up number 1 till the second half of game 1.
And it's very important for the Celtics, for this man, Robert Parrish, to stay out of early foul trouble, because the best matchup the Celtics have is McHale as a power forward, not a center.
Under 10 minutes to go in the first period. Byron Scott misses, but there's Kareem. Keeps it alive.
Lakers doing a great job on the boards here.
Scott. Misses again. Rambis on the offensive board. Kareem. And Tommy, you're so right. It's the Lakers who are dominating the offensive glass, something the Celtics ordinarily do.
They've got 2 and 3 people jamming both boards.
They have McHale posting up Rambis. No basket. The foul was before the shot on Kurt Rambis, and as we have said so many times, it is almost impossible to match up against Kevin McHale.
That matchup, the Lakers don't seem to be able to solve it. Nobody in the league has, really. So they're probably going to double team Kevin as much as they possibly can.
Kareem steals the pass. Intended for Bird, and Bird gets the ball back. There were not that many turnovers. 25 in all in game number 1, and that's not much for 2 teams that like to run.
They're trying to jam Magic Johnson before he gets to the head of the key.
Robert Parrish. And now Jake O'Donnell has pointed his finger and warned Rambis and Bird. They're not taking anything. On a
little banging underneath going on, and that's what happens in playoffs. But after the shot, Jake O'Donnell knocked the ball away, not Bird.
They were warning him because of the contact. Magic Johnson hitting outside. And it is 7-4 in favor of the Lakers, who already look far better than they did in the opening moments of game 1.
Their heads are in this series now.
Ames misses. Kareem control. Here's Magic, open court. We didn't see much of that on Monday. Beats Rambis. And the Lakers, 9-4 lead.
When Magic gets into the painted area, he makes everybody in the back line of the Celtics move their feet, and he usually finds the wide open man.
Tipped away, and it's still Celtics ball. Early shooting, and keep in mind that the Celtics shot 60% for the game. Lakers have got 6 more shots off than the Celtics. Dennis Johnson misses. Rambis clears. Couldn't get the outlet pass because Dennis Johnson jammed him.
But here comes Magic wide open.
And Worthy going in. Rebound McHale. 3-on-2. Boston. Offensive foul against Dennis Johnson, who did not like that call.
Kareem was conserving himself. He never came over half court, so that when the Celtics got the ball, he was in perfect defensive position to cut Johnson off.
5-point lead for the Lakers. 7:39 to go in the first period. Parrish is all over Kareem, who hits the skyhook. And Kareem has 4 points, and the Lakers are up by 7.
I'll tell you, they are pacing the game the way they want to pace the game, these Lakers.
And they're also getting the offensive rebounds that they did not see anything. Only shooting 38%. They're up by 7, Tom.
But they've shown me already, Dick, that they're very much more aggressive trying to pace it. And we're going to see one guy who has been exceedingly aggressive here on defense. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who virtually did nothing of the sort here on Monday, goes up and plays super defense against a real good driving guard, Dennis Johnson.
And he already has 4 rebounds, 1 more than he had in all of game number 1. That's the story. We're in the first period. Dick Stockton and Tom Heinsohn at Boston Garden. McHale guarded by Rambis, doubled with Kareem. Parrish. He has 2 shots from outside.
But the double teaming is starting to confuse the Celtics. They've thrown a couple away.
Into Kareem, open Rambis. Posting up is Worthy on McHale. Ainge challenged by Magic Johnson. Double with Johnson and Worthy on McHale. McHale short, and here are the Lakers 3-on-2. Worthy goes in, and that's a Laker fast break.
That is a classic Laker fast break with Worthy for the stop.
Larry Bird with a runner, and here's Worthy, and here are the Lakers again with Magic Johnson in the middle. Going all the way in for another basket, and the Lakers have run up a 15-6 lead on the Celtics.
Now this is what the Celtics were afraid of, getting those feet going, the Lakers. They haven't been able to slow them down like they did game 1.
10-2 run right now for L.A., and Larry Bird misses. Scott pulls up against Ainge, and it's now 12-2. Casey Jones is yet to call a timeout, and now he's going to call a 22nd timeout. And the Celtics trail 17-6, and the crowd is indeed out of the ball game at this point.
We never saw anything like this in game 1 for the Lakers. Watch how it happens. Magic pushing it up against 2 men and nicely gives it to James Worthy, who's the fastest forward. When you get him out near the head of the key and then into that lane, he's virtually unstoppable.
And the fast break points, the Lakers have a shutout going right now. Larry Bird was hit by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and seems to have a bloody nose over at the Celtic bench. There it is. Well, it's old blood and guts, Larry Bird, and we can expect this series to have a lot of physical play, perhaps some intimidation and some confrontations as well.
It looks to me like the Lakers have also solved McHale a little bit.
Johnson going in. The basket would have counted if it gone, and Dennis Johnson will go to the line and shoot. Foul is on Byron Scott.
The Lakers defense, Dick, has really taken away the inside game a lot better than it did game 1. They're doubling down in unusual ways, cutting off the weak side so that they've almost picked off a couple of passes. It's kind of confused the Celtics a little bit. Dennis Johnson's move just then to drive is an attempt to break that defense up.
And of course the Lakers are also alert in their rotation to get back so that the Celtics don't have unmolested outside shots.
Well, Byron Scott, being the guy that's doing the rotating, is much faster than Magic Johnson, who was doing the rotation Monday.
Inside to Worthy. Goes with his left hand, smartly changed hands going up, and it's still an 11-point lead with 5.5 remaining in the first period. McHale and Rambis hit him from behind. Second personal foul on Kurt Rambis, who led the Lakers with 9 rebounds in the opening game.
You know, when the Lakers get out to this kind of lead, Dick, early in the ball game, boy, it really gives them a whirl of confidence, and then they really start flying. So this could be a blowout happening in the other direction.
Harris. Pushed by Kareem. Kareem had foul trouble early in game 1. This is his first.
Well, they want to make Jabbar work as much as possible. A 38-year-old man, they want to keep him really facing the ball all the time.
Dennis Johnson's shot misses. Kareem controls. 5 rebounds for Kareem, but you can see the aggressiveness of the Lakers. Bullet pass, magic to James Worthy.
Well, Parrish and McHale not back as quickly as they were in game 1. The wingmen of the Lakers getting wide open.
21-8 the score. McHale drives the baseline. And here's Kevin McHale with his first points of the ball game. He had 26, tied with Wedman for the scoring lead. Kareem can't go baseline, double team. Passes to Rambis. And a foul.
I tell you, what they're doing with Jabbar is trying to get Parrish to foul him again. They're isolating him one-on-one, so none of the Celtics can get down there and even attempt a double team.
Foul is on Larry Bird, his first. That was a good pass by Byron Scott to get it low to Kareem to start the play. Here's Rambis. Tommy, Pat Riley was talking about playing in Boston Garden, and he says it's dingy, dark, and dirty. They like the lights and the glitter of the Forum, and it's not that easy for visiting teams to come in and win here.
Oh, it's a great atmosphere around here, and they all think there's a leprechaun sitting on the rim, too.
Maybe there is. I don't know. Brett's closer to that than we are. Look for Bird. Good pass from Dennis Johnson. DJ made that play. Coming right back, Scott gets by Ames. Foul, basket count.
Look how quickly they get that ball at the scoring position, even after a made basket.
And Bob McAdoo comes in. We'll tell you his role after this look.
We're going to see Worthy trying to get into the passing lane from the wrong side, allows Bird to sneak through. But watch how quickly they inbound the ball. Wow, that's getting the fast break started even after made shots. Very difficult to do.
Bob McAdoo is coming to the ball game for Kurt Rambis. He is an effective scorer off the bench. He was forced in early as a sub for Kareem in game 1. Harris to Bird, and a foul against the Lakers, who are showing definite aggressiveness, even on defense, even on a foul.
Both teams going to that big guy right now, trying to wear Kareem out by going to Parrish, and the Lakers giving it to Kareem, hoping that Parrish will go pick up some early fouls.
Worthy committed a foul, and now the Lakers want a timeout. 4:08. He started 0 for 4 from the field in game 1, but he has 9 points right now, and 9 of the Lakers' 16 as their frontliners have doubled the Celtic frontliners. Larry Bird is on the line. He's shooting 1 plus the penalty.
He likes red on his jersey. I'll tell you, he's the kind of player that likes red on his jersey.
Well, when he sees blood, it seems to spark something in him. 10-point lead for the Lakers. Magic Johnson looking for Kareem. Double team. Johnson is open. And the Lakers have hit those outside shots.
When they hit those, Dicks, off the double team, it makes you want to stop doubling after a while, and then Kareem starts hitting the hook shots.
Larry Bird, top of the key. Quickly double. Puts it up anywhere. And is fouled. There was an elbow inside. Foul against the Lakers away from the ball. And it's on Bob McAdoo.
Hello to the playoffs, my man. And we'll see Parrish trying to get good position there. Look at McAdoo fighting for that low post spot on the rebound. I think they had a nice talk after that game on Monday.
I guess they did, and they had a couple of days to talk it over, and into the ball game is one of the heroes of game number 1, Scott Wedman, who had a record-breaking 11 for 11. Broke Bill Bradley's shooting accuracy mark in the championship series. So no free throws for the Celtics there. Came up empty. 3.5 to play in the first. McAdoo uses Kareem as a screen. Bird the rebound. Anyone's ball. Magic picks it off.
Poor pass by Larry Bird.
Looking to run is Magic. Celtics get back quickly. Every play seems to start with Kareem in the half court, and Magic seems to finish it with another jump shot.
But they spread out their offense, boy, the Lakers, and lots of openings.
Magic is 4 for 4 from the field. Slapped away by Byron Scott. Coming into the ball game now is Scott Wedman, who had 26 points in that first game, including 4 for 4 from the three-point line. McHale is out. He scored 2. Slow start for Kevin.
They got to him early with the double teams, and it's a tough job for McHale to run like he has to run in this series. He's not that fast.
Harris, all his points have come from 8 feet or beyond. He has 6 points to lead Boston. Worthy. Single coverage against Webb. Oh! Kareem is there on the other end. No foul. Laker ball. I have never seen in the latter part of the year Kareem so vicious on that offensive glass as he is in this game.
I think he said he's going to be the chairman. He sure has shown me something here in this first quarter.
Byron Scott from outside. Too hard off the glass. Comes up with it and lays it in.
Now Robert Parrish had cheated up the court and let Kareem get alone underneath.
Wedman going for 3. It's a new game. Bird. Inside in a reverse layup. Lakers are up by 12, and we're winding down with 2 minutes to go in the first period. Traveling against McAdoo.
Bird was right up there and faked at him and really made McAdoo walk. But the matchup right now for the Lakers to go to is Worthy being guarded by the smaller Wedman.
Ray Williams will be coming into the game shortly. Bird is knocked to the floor, and a Laker foul has been charged to James Worthy, his second foul.
Well, when they start setting picks for Larry Bird, you really have to do something, and he's trying to create some room to fight through. A little bit of acting there by Larry, and Worthy knew it, but he gets called for the foul nonetheless.
Ray Williams is into the game as the first guard off the bench for the Celtics, and Michael Cooper has come in for the Lakers, and Cooper, one of the better defensive players in the league, will be all over Larry Bird.
Well, it appears to me, Dick, the Lakers have unleashed their speed. They try to beat your big men down the floor, and should they really work that advantage for too much longer, Robert Parrish is going to be walking around on his knees.
Larry Bird has 8. Ray Williams into the game guarding Byron Scott. McAdoo against Bird. Bird the rebound. Here's Ray Williams. Open, Dennis Johnson. Kareem the rebound. Outlet pass. 7 rebounds for Abdul-Jabbar. Here's Magic. Traveling. Nope, they call a foul against Boston. Celtic foul will be their 5th, and the Lakers will go to the line and shoot 2.
You've got to try and stop Magic Johnson before he gets to the head of the key. You can't let him get down to the foul line because he gives you a little head fake, a body move, and he can go right or left.
Mitch Kupchak and Greg Kite have come in the ball game. These are the backup centers for the respective teams.
Here's Magic. Look at Williams. Has dropped below the foul line, and he tried to force him one way, and Magic gets clobbered by Ray Williams. But Magic has done his job, smile and all, pushing the ball up the court. Although he's not been smiling, he looks got an angry face, and so does Kareem. That's what I was looking for from these Lakers in Game 1.
These are the men who have to lead this team, Kareem and Magic Johnson, and so far they have. Ray Williams. Ray Williams in the playoffs has been up and down, but when he's hot, he has hit some clutch shots and has played solid ball.
I think he really wants to show what he's worth in these playoffs, Ray Williams.
9-point Laker lead. McAdoo over Kite. Kupchak pressing the boards, and here's Wedman. The Lakers are back on defense. No fast break for Boston this time. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Dennis Johnson.
Oh, Dennis Johnson has taken over the leadership of the Celtics right now.
It's down to 7. Byron Scott with Ray Williams on him. Scott misses. And the Celtics can cut it to 5. Dennis Johnson again. And the Celtics have outscored the Lakers 8-1 to come within 5. LA will play for the last shot. In a crowd, Magic Johnson nearly lost it, and they'll have a jump off. You know, that's reminiscent of problems that Magic has had in that kind of situation in the past.
Well, the clock was really stuck on 22, and Magic knew it, and everybody was pointing to the clock.
He'll jump, Magic, with Kite, and we're going to jump it again.
I'll tell you, Casey Jones has gone to his bench using Craig Kite, and he's played pretty well so far in a short stint.
He had 10 points in the first game. The Celtics ahead of the field, picked off by Cooper with 3 seconds to go, and LA won't get a shot off. Boston has come back in this one.
This is what Magic was upset about, Dick. Look at that clock. It never moved. And everybody, Pat Riley up the top of your screen saying, hey, son.
Start the second period, but before we do, there's Earl Strom, the alternate official, talking to the timekeeper. Not only did the clock stop once at 22 seconds, it stopped twice. And here, watch the clock and see it stop twice.
Boy, they get an awful lot of time coming up with 25 seconds to go.
And Dennis Johnson
and
will
now
hit
they
from the
score. And it goes to 22, Dick. And they do have problems with the clock around here. Either that or the scorers, or the timer's got a short finger.
Yeah, I think it got jammed, obviously. I don't think the timekeeper stopped it.
That's the responsibility of Earl Strom, to be alert to that clock jamming like that.
And then, of course, they finished it up.
That's Craig Kite. He's alert. And Magic's pointing at the clock on the side.
Right.
And that's why we didn't see that clutch play. It was confusion.
There are 2 clocks, of course, that the players can see, one atop and one as they're coming down the court in either direction. But at the end of one period, the Lakers lead 31-26. They had a 14-point lead, but the Celtics made a closing run of 8-1 to cut it to 5.
You know, that clock at either end, Dick, players are taught not to look at that because people used to throw their coats over it.
Inside, Whitney. Ray Williams made that play.
I'll tell you, the second unit of the Celtics doing a great job on a comeback.
Wedman picking up Johnson, and there's Worthy, has a shot blocked by McHale. Goes up again, and James Worthy has 11 points, and he is the high scorer in the ball game. The leading scorers for the Celtics, Bird and Dennis Johnson, each with 8. McHale backing in, and he took too many steps.
I'll tell you, perhaps the best guy in the Lakers to guard McHale is Bob McAdoo, in my opinion. He's used to playing center.
You know, last year in the championship series, McHale really only had 2 solid games out of 7.
McHale's really a center.
That's new to a lot of teams, but you're right, he plays both. Cooper for 3. And Cooper hits a 3-point shot. He led the NBA in 3-point shooting last year.
I'll tell you, I think this game is going to be a real doozy.
Parrish and Ray Williams inside to McHale, who's double teamed, and it drops.
Oh, soft shot.
6-point lead, Lakers. Celtics took a 2-0 lead, and LA has had the advantage ever since.
They've spread out their offense, creating a lot of passing room to get the ball into Jabbar.
McAdoo driving in, and is fouled. He saw an opening and took advantage. And it's on Robert Parrish. That'll be his second personal foul.
Well, that's got to get Casey Jones thinking a little bit. He's kind of been a blessed player in the playoffs, Robert Parrish, not picking up any fouls to speak of in either the Philadelphia series or in game 1.
McAdoo is the only Laker who used to play for the Boston Celtics. He played in 20 games back in 1978 and 79. Look at the Laker offensive rebounding advantage. That is not a mistake.
They are really working hard the boards.
Celtics have made a living off the offensive glass in recent years. McHale has it stripped away. Magic Johnson gets by Ray Williams and feeds Cooper, and Cooper is fouled. He has to be held off. He did not like that contact. As Kurt Rambis and Byron Scott come back in the game, McAdoo and Magic Johnson go to the bench.
I'll tell you, it's starting to get a little bit more physical. One of the things they're going to see, the more the Lakers get on the fast break, are those hard fouls before they go up for the layup.
Larry Bird will be checking in. Magic with Dave Wall, the assistant coach. Wedman goes out of the ball game, and Larry Bird, who has scored 8 points, is back in there.
Well, Wedman did his job.
One out of 2 for Cooper. Lakers are trapping at midcourt, and they're all over McHale. Bird against Kareem. Loose ball, and we'll have a jump ball. The Lakers really switched off well defensively.
Boy, they're trapping anything that goes inside whatsoever, and Kareem is doing a heck of a job getting over there to help. That defensive adjustment Magic Johnson got DJ allows a big double man to get in there, and they built the house around McHale, and Magic Johnson can really push it up when he comes away with steals like that. And look at this, is called hard foul. You're not going to see too many uncontested layups if the Celtics have a chance to bang.
Well, a lot of the questions concerning the Lakers, can they handle the intimidation and the physical confrontations? And it looks like they mean business at this point. Quinn Buckner is coming to the ball game, replacing Dennis Johnson. Buckner, a veteran, who's a solid defensive performer. His time has dwindled in recent years, but he's still a valuable man off the bench. 9:45 to go in the first half. Lakers by 9. Scott picked up by Bird off the screen. Rambis on the offensive play. Ray Williams, but LA is back. Byron Scott on Bird. Over Rambis. It's a piece of cake for McHale.
That's the best. McHale at his best. When they get the ball up quick before the team defense of the Lakers can get the double team going, he hits.
7-point lead. Kareem. Sky hook, and Kareem with 6 in the ball game now.
I'll tell you, Kareem has come to play. I don't think he liked all those people talking to him for the last 2 days.
Looking inside of McHale again. Ray Williams working it himself, penetrating. And Rambis looking for the rebound. No outlet pass there. Now they find Cooper. Yes. Rolls in. Michael Cooper, and the Celtics push it back up quickly. LA getting back nicely on defense, stopping whatever fast break Boston has in mind.
Bird's trying to take Michael Cooper inside.
Double team. Harris short this time. There's Bird though. And a foul on the Lakers. Bird was hit in the head. Coming in the ball game, Danny Ainge. Here's the foul.
That's Bird fighting for position down there. That's a good place for him to be because you ought to have the height advantage. But look, he draws a double team right away. He loves to be double teamed. And look at him fight for that rebound against Jabbar. That's a foul before he made the good pass.
Kareem's foul is his second. Fall away by Dennis Johnson. And there's McHale. Parrish. And it gets sticky in there. And another foul. Loose ball against L.A. That'll be on Rambis. And Kurt Rambis has 3 now. And coming off the bench quickly after a short rest is Bob McAdoo. Rambis has 3. Worthy and Kareem each have 2.
Now, Rambis is really a banger in there. McAdoo isn't. Now, Rambis was really throwing his body around against the big guys of the Celtics.
Harris is standing way outside. Kareem now trying to double inside. Foul, 2-shot foul. And now Cooper has to be separated again. Michael Cooper really has lost his cool a little bit as far as...
I tell you, Cooper tries to get right up inside Larry Bird's jersey, and Bird doesn't like another occupant. So I think they're going to go at it for a little bit here.
Bird has said many times that he thinks Cooper is the best defender that he's played against. McHale has missed 3 in a row. Greg Kite, the second-year center from Brigham Young, will come back in the ball game, and Robert Parrish will go out.
I think Robert Parrish is limping off the court. I think he may have twisted something, and boy, that is not a good sign for the Celtics.
Ray Melchiori, the trainer, is going to take him into the dressing room. So Robert Parrish now hobbling more as he goes into the Boston dressing room. McHale makes the free throw after missing 3. And it's a 43-33 game. The Lakers lead, 7:45 to go in the first half. Cooper is guarded by Dennis Johnson. 7 on the shot clock. Kareem against Greg Kite with 2 seconds. Cooper gets it off in time and hits at the 24-second buzzer.
Well, they're going to work Greg Kite, the Lakers, if possible, but the Celtics are going to try and protect Kite, so the outside game of the Lakers better start hitting.
McHale inside, double team. Dennis Johnson gets Worthy in the air. Kareem blocks it. 3-on-1 for L.A. And Worthy is fouled by Greg Kite. Worthy was determined to take it to the hoop.
And Danny Ainge tried to break it up by going hard at Byron Scott before the pass was made down close to the hoop.
Scott Wedman returns to the game, so both teams showing their hand early by going to the bench and shuttling players in and out.
Well, Wedman at the guard spot means that they're really going to try to control the boards without Robert Parrish, using Wedman as the guard.
Danny Ainge was 7 of 9 from the field in the first period to spark the Celtics runaway in game 1. He has not scored so far in this game.
I think he's being troubled by a groin pull.
He told you he was all right.
Yeah, but I think he says that. Not getting up on his jump shot.
Knocked away, Laker ball. And now Boston wants a timeout. Celtics trying to get things together as they trail with 6:52 left.
Hey, Dick, I'm with Dr. Silva, the team doctor. And what was it wrong with Robert Parrish?
He got hit in the high on the right side of the buttocks. It's all in soft tissue. It was iced. He can move his leg fine. He'll be back playing.
All right, doctor, thank you. Quickly back to you, Dick.
Thank you very much, Pat. And so Robert Parrish, who has 6 points and 5 rebounds, is back on the floor.
But any kind of problem with his legs will hurt the Celtics' defensive game plan of Parrish getting back quickly to try and stem the tide of the Lakers' break.
He's had an elbow injury. And Robert Parrish is going to give it a try and check into the ball game right now. Greg Kite goes out. And I wonder if the Lakers will want to go right at him to see just exactly how he is.
That could be a point, but they have a tremendous speed advantage right now, the Lakers, over the Celtics with Wedman in the backcourt.
They're going to Kareem and testing Parrish. Traveling call against Abdul-Jabbar. 6:40 remaining in the first half. The Lakers are leading by 13. The Celtics had cut it to 5 after L.A. moved out to a 14-point first period lead. McHale has it knocked out from behind by McAdoo. 4 on 3 for the Lakers. Scott pulls it up. Bird tears it away. Byron Scott is 3 for 11, so he's having his shooting problem so far in this game as well. McHale on a fall away. halfway through the second period. The lead is 11 for the Lakers. Kareem, who was helped out, double team on him, but he scores anyway. And right now, the Lakers are up. Worthy and McHale are the leading scorers.
There's not an instant of hesitation on Kareem as to what he's to do in this ball game.
Magic Johnson comes back in the ball game. He had 9 points in the first period. And Michael Cooper, who had 8 here in the second, goes out of the game. Cooper's played well.
And he got right up in Bird's jersey. And now Magic is guarding Larry Bird.
Wedman inside of Parrish. Good position for Robert Parrish. Foul by McAdoo. And that'll be 3 on Bob McAdoo. Rambis and McAdoo have 3.
When Bob McAdoo plays a steady ball game for these Lakers, he gives them instant points. And Pat Riley obviously worried about the 3 on McAdoo as Kupchak is about to report in.
Parrish hits the free throw. So McAdoo, the scorer, goes out, and Kupchak, the banger, comes into the ballgame.
Well, McAdoo really is the perfect 4th man on a fast break. He can shoot from outside, and a couple of times when that didn't develop, he banged the boards off the fast break. Kupchak doesn't have the speed nor the game to do that.
He's more of the banger type, of course. He's aggressive inside, coming back gamely from tough knee injuries and rehabilitation. Magic gets it into Kareem, the skyhook. Bird comes out of it. 5:15 to go in the first half. Celtics trying to cut it to 10. Parrish and Kupchak collide, and Robert Parrish got awfully angry for a moment at Mitch Kupchak and is telling Magic Johnson all about it.
Well, there's been some hard fouls up the other end, but here's Robert Parrish. The good up fake lifts him, and look at the hard foul that time by Kupchak. It's tit for tat.
I'll tell you something, Tommy. You're right. Kupchak doesn't have the speed, but he has the ability to be physical, and that's what the Lakers need. Meanwhile, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was called for the foul, and that is his 3rd personal.
But he knows how to play with 3 and 4 fouls, but at this early stage in the second quarter, Pat Riley might say, sit down a little bit.
The matchup of centers. 48 to 38, 10-point lead. L.A. has led all the way, except for the first basket of the ball game. Worthy gets it back on a 2-man game with Magic Johnson. And Worthy commits the foul. It is the 4th team foul on Boston. The Lakers are already in the penalty. Kevin McHale picks up his 2nd.
Well, he told us the other day before game 1 that he was going to challenge Worthy, force him to the middle, and then go up and try and block the shot. And McHale is the perfect player to try and play Worthy in the low post because he's got those long arms and good timing to get at the shot. But they can't afford to let him get in foul trouble either, the Celtics.
Shooting percentage is important in this ball game because Pat Riley said if you can hold the Celtics below 50, you can run, trigger the break, and have a shot at winning the ball game. Bird. Short on the ball away. Kareem gets the rebound. He's playing with 3 personal fouls. Pass from Magic to Kupchak, and Kupchak inside. Makes it 52 to 38, and that matches the biggest lead of the ball game for the Lakers. So they have already thwarted one Celtic threat, and the Celtics lose it again right there. L.A. has Boston right now on the run.
I'll tell you, Magic guarding Bird doesn't allow him to get up the court quick enough to catch Kupchak.
Jake O'Donnell told Danny Ainge you got to wait, and the crowd behind him was saying, come on in. Ainge is sitting.
Very accommodating here in Boston.
4:10 to go. Kareem. Knocked to the floor is Larry Bird, and Kupchak is doing a muscle job for the Lakers.
I'll tell you, there are some bodies banging in this game.
Parrish is doubled. Dennis Johnson. And Byron Scott slapped at the ball. No basket. And a loose ball foul against Kevin McHale. 3 on McHale. Ainge comes in for the Boston Celtics. This is Dick Stockton and Tom Heinsohn here at Boston Garden. This is Game 2 of the NBA World Championship Series. The Celtics ran away with Game 1, but this has been a different ball game. As you see, right now, Tommy, I think the Lakers are beating the Celtics in their own game.
They certainly are. They're getting a little more physical, particularly Kupchak. And even Bob McAdoo, while he was in there, certainly Rambis was throwing his body around. And Riley has shown that at that power forward spot, he's perfectly willing to use 3 people.
Pat Riley knows that if the Lakers can win this game, they go back home for 3, and that's a big advantage in this championship series format. Kupchak will be on the line right now. Keep in mind that Kareem remains in the game with 3 personal fouls. Along with Rambis and McAdoo, McHale also has 3, and Cedric Maxwell has made his first appearance in the ball game.
If he were 100%, he would be able to let them play the inside game, and he's really good at drawing fouls when the team respects his ability. I don't think that Pat Riley thinks he's 100% and is going to really go and double him.
Celtics said that he had a very good practice and ran as well as he ever had since the injury and took it to the hoop on transition. So let's see if we see a different play from Maxwell. He's had that knee injury that's bothered him since February. Inside, Dennis Johnson, stopped by the Lakers. Dennis gets it back and gets it over Kareem.
And Jabbar was guarding Maxwell that time, and he can help out on the double team.
And Kareem has to watch out for that 4th personal foul as well. 3:15 remaining in the first half. 13-point lead. Kupchak, baseline. And a big basket for the Lakers, and now they're up by 15, and that's their biggest lead of the ball game.
Boy, they are executing their set offense beautifully.
Running when they have the chance and playing a smothering defense. Kupchak gets knocked away. The foul will be against the Lakers and is called against Mitch Kupchak. Talk about physical players who like to be enforcers. Pat Riley is going to bring in Larry Spriggs, who does it from the forward position. So I'll tell you one thing, I think that the game is going to get more physical, not less at this point.
I don't think they had practice here at the Boston Garden. I think they were in the Nautilus place for the last 2 days.
Brent was telling us about some of the heavyweight championship fights that they've held here at the top of the broadcast.
But Spriggs offers something unusual for them. He's big, brawny, can bang, but also has great speed to implement that fast break.
Kareem goes to the bench with 3 fouls. The Lakers would like to get out of this half with this kind of a lead and their big center on the bench. Worthy, one-on-one against Maxwell. Spriggs and Kupchak. Kupchak goes up. Spriggs gets the rebound. Foul. And the Lakers have to be sky high with that offensive rebounding effort on that sequence.
Well, Riley's doing a masterful job of rotating some of his people here. Fresh legs. Look at Spriggs in there. Kupchak, and strong move. Kupchak says, it's about time I got myself into one of these key games like this. But look at those people bang on the board.
Greg Kite replacing Parrish, who goes out with 3 personal fouls. So the starting centers each have 3.
Well, sooner or later, we knew that you'd have to see Craig Kite in this series because teams are going to direct their attack at Parrish, or he was just going to tire out from running as hard as he did. For instance, in Game 1. Now, let's see what Kite can do in this ball game. They've got to find some help inside the Celtics.
Well, the Lakers have found it with their man off the bench in Mitch Kupchak. Danny Ainge gets his first basket of the ball game here with 2:28 to go in the first half. Dick Stockton and Tom Heinsohn at Boston Garden. Lakers win, they even up the series, and now the Celtics are called for an illegal defense, and Robert Parrish is going to go to the Celtic dressing room with 2:19 to go.
And they caught Larry Bird for an illegal defense that time, playing free safety.
That's a warning. The second time it's called, it'll be a technical foul. 2:10 remaining in the half. Spriggs looking for Worthy. Bird will give him the shot, switch Maxwell on. 8 on the shot clock. James Worthy swoops high. Kite gets the rebound. And we have under 2 minutes to go in the half. Ames. 2 in a row for Danny Ames.
Magic is slowing it down. This might be the time to really push it at the Celtics.
Magic looking for help. And it's off of Larry Bird. Kite and Kupchak are not playing patty cake out there.
It's getting more unfriendly in this building.
Well, Kupchak is giving the Lakers what they need against this team. There's no question about that. Magic with a hook shot. And it goes off. And the Celtics can cut it to 9 with 1:23 to go in the first half. Knocked away by Magic Johnson. Foot race to the hoop. And Magic has 11 points in the ball game, and it's up to 13 again.
Boy, when he gets flying, these Lakers, they just stand there and go even tougher.
Ainge has the shot blocked by Kupchak. And here comes L.A. pushing it up the way you like teams to push it up. Byron Scott is hit by Kite. The basket counts at a foul. And the Lakers are showing that they can take it as well as dish it out. Big story of the ball game right here. The fast break points, and this is L.A.'s style.
When they get out there and as effectively as 23 points and a half, you are in serious trouble.
Scott Wedman coming into the ball game, replacing Larry Bird, who goes out with 8. Parrish with 11 leads Boston. Worthy with 14 is the high score for the Lakers.
And you know, the more this game goes along, the more effect that speed is going to have. It's going to tire out the likes of McHale, Parrish, and Bird.
And the Lakers' lead of 16 is their biggest. Worthy out to meet Johnson. Wedman looking for Maxwell. Stolen by Byron Scott. Scott all the way. Yes. 30 seconds to go in the half, and the L.A. Lakers have opened it up to 64-46. And it's turned into an L.A. dominated first half. They have run, and they have beaten the Celtics inside. 5 on the shot clock. Wedman. This is from the baseline. And with 7 seconds to go, the Lakers can get off the last shot. Alley-oop knocked away by Dennis Johnson. 1 second. And that'll do it for the first. Robert Parrish is starting as we begin the second half. Danny Ainge and Dennis Johnson in the backcourt. Larry Bird, who's 2 for 7 from the field and 8 points. Getting the ball quickly and hitting his first shot.
That's the man they're going to try and get into the ball game from the outside, Larry Bird.
DJ all over Magic. Now Bird has to pick him up. 8 on the shot clock. Worthy doubled, goes up anyway. Parrish lost it out of bounds, and the Lakers still have it. He was on my back, Robert Parrish tells John Vanek.
Robert usually doesn't say too much.
Well, he's not talking to the press, and so far he has made his play on the court do his talking. And it's been effective so far in the playoffs. Double team Kareem, but a pass to Rambis rolls off.
Boy, he's missed a ton of those.
Here come the Celtics. L.A. gets back. Bird, though, firing from outside.
But nobody banging on the boards for the Celtics.
Kareem going in on a pass from Magic Johnson. So Kareem running a lot better than he did on Monday.
Well, he looked like he was a tired 38-year-older on Monday. Couldn't run up and down the court. There he is on the front end of a fast break.
Ainge hitting from outside. Now Kareem looks like a young 38.
Yes, he does.
Worthy. And this is the Laker game. Come right back at you.
Celtics are not taking good shots. And the Lakers are really hustling back and controlling the boards. No question.
Bird. Rambis quickly gets it out to Johnson. To Byron Scott. He had Bird in front of him, and Byron Scott had to alter his shot. McHale guarded by Kareem. Worthy is on Parrish. Bird's basket is good, and he is fouled. 12 for Larry Bird, who now is the scoring leader for the Celtics.
The reason they go to Bird so often right now is to get that leadership going for the Celtics. And when he gets hot, the rest of the Celtics gain a whirl of confidence, even though they're not scoring themselves. And Bird loves this type of challenge.
Foul is on Rambis, his 4th personal foul. Three-point play by Bird. Dick Stockton and Tom Heinsohn, Boston Garden. Game 2 of the World Championship Series. The Lakers have been leading and dominating this game after Boston had crushed the Lakers in Game 1, but this has been a different game. McHale over Kareem. Rebound, Magic. Gets right past Dennis Johnson. And Abdul-Jabbar with an easy layup.
I tell you, Magic guarding Danny Ainge, that matchup has allowed Magic, once the Lakers gain possession of the ball, to steam up the court unmolested. DJ just can't get at him.
70-53, Bird. Missing. Loose ball, and Byron Scott out-hustles Dennis Johnson for the ball in the corner. Quick pass inside, Rambis. Rambis again. Rambis a 3rd time. And here are the Celtics, 3-on-2. Touch pass, Bird to McHale, who's fouled. Another touch pass by Larry Bird, who showed us one in game number 1.
But on that particular fast break, Kareem never came back on the offense.
The essence of hitting. George Brett.
Some guys say it's the rhythm, reading the pitch. For me, it's a feeling that says I'm going downtown.
The essence of shaving.
This is Atra by Gillette. It pivots so the twin blades stay on your beard longer. But what Atra is all about is the feel.
Like the all-new, and of course there's the 640 truck, priced close to
engine tune-up. Nationwide warranty. Now, last time, the long mile.
Pepperdine for the NCAA men's volleyball.
11 seconds away from taking a 2-0 series lead, but this Gerald Henderson steal ties the game at 113. And then, when Magic Johnson failed to get a shot off, the game went to overtime. And there, Scott Wedman clinched the game for the Celtics with this jump shot, tying the series at 1 game apiece. And tonight, the Lakers are trying to even the series at 1-1 here at Boston Garden.
Take a rest at the right time. Kareem Abdul not getting back on the offense, lays back on defense in perfect position to give a little trouble there against a good pass by Larry Bird. But at 38, he's using all that experience to know when to rest.
Leading by example, Tommy, Kareem has 12 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists. So he has come alive in this second game. McHale with the free throw. 70-54, a 16-point game. This is the second. We'll be with you for Game 3 of this World Championship Series from the Forum in Los Angeles, Sunday at 3:30 Eastern Time. Kareem, short hook. 14 for Abdul-Jabbar, and that's more than he scored.
Boy, he sensed that McHale was on him and just took him right in front of the basket.
Only had 12 in Game 1. Worthy lands on Bird's head. They may call a personal foul on that.
They should. They want Bird to put the ball on the floor, not take the outside shot, these Lakers.
3 on Worthy. Bird for 3. That's a good spark plug for the Celtics if they can sustain it. 3-point play by Larry Bird. 2-man game, Worthy and Magic Johnson. Offensive foul, Worthy used his shoulder.
Excellent defense by McHale that time. Not to go for the fake, plant his feet.
You know, Larry Bird got off that three-point shot, and Pat Riley has gone to his bench. He wants his defensive stopper, Michael Cooper, to come in the ball game, replacing Worthy, so you can watch Cooper on Bird.
And Cooper's job will be to make Bird not shoot outside shots, but put it on the floor.
Cooper is on Bird, poking at the ball. They swing it around, looking inside McHale, and a foul before the shot.
You know,
Kupchak with his second foul.
Kupchak is from the Washington Bullets, who were pretty physical in the days that he played down there, and he's bringing Washington to L.A.
Danny Ainge is fouled by Magic Johnson. For whatever it's worth, a lot more Celtics have hit the floor than Lakers in this game.
Little up fake there. Now it's contesting the outside shot, but look at how nicely that middle closes up. After a while, you say, I don't want to go in there anymore.
Under 8 minutes to go. Ainge misses the first. Mitch Kupchak seeing a lot of action in this ball game and has been a physical presence for the Lakers. He's in there along with Kareem. Lakers have committed 5 fouls to none for the Celtics so far here in the third.
Celtics are just trying to get it down to a 10-point margin by the end of the quarter.
They're down by 14 now. Last touch by Bird off his foot. Lakers ball.
Well, when he has Cooper on him, he'll take him in the low post.
Cooper out on the top to Magic. 9 seconds. Dennis Johnson defending. 4 on the shot clock. Kareem goes up and stuffs it through with 2 seconds to go. So the Lakers use the clock well.
The pass was crisp. On Monday, Parrish was picking off those passes.
What a difference a couple of days made. Winding down to 7 minutes to go in the third. 16-point lead for the Lakers.
Every part of the Laker game is more upbeat, crisper, harder, faster.
Dennis Johnson. Kareem owns the defensive glass, and here's Magic pushing it up again. Inside, Kupchak. Rebound by Parrish.
McHale forced Kupchak to go to his left hand.
Biggest lead for the Lakers was 18. Right now it's 16. Danny Ainge, top of the key, has 9 points in the ball game. Did not score in the first period.
The secret to making a big comeback is peck away, and bring it down slowly, not all at once.
Byron Scott pulls up in the lane. Kupchak gets the offensive rebound. Kareem winds up with it, and a new clock for the Lakers. They are battling for the offensive loose ball. Scott missing. And here come the Celtics to try to cut it to 12. Dennis Johnson all the way. And now LA has a fast break situation. But a foul is called. And a technical foul has been called, I believe, against Dennis Johnson. Technical on Dennis Johnson.
Well, he thought he was fouled. Casey Jones, I'll tell you, this is a real travail for a coach to make a big comeback.
And Michael Cooper will shoot the tee right now. 5:44 to go in the third period. And Cooper makes the technical foul.
DJ thought he was fouled.
There's not many chances of a team winning 3 straight games at home when these teams play.
But the psychology changes, though, Dick, that perhaps with this new format, they will be able to win 3 in a row. Because they know that they have to win those 3, otherwise come back and play the final 2 in Boston. So each win they get, if they get the first win out there, it makes it easier for the next one, maybe.
Maxwell has come in the ball game. Rebounding story favors the Lakers. And that usually determines the winner of these games between these teams. They double team Kareem. Kareem with a sky hook, and it drops. He did not move the other foot. The crowd was yelling for a walk. Kareem has hit his last 4 shots. He has 18 points.
I'll tell you, Kareem has really responded to the challenge in this ball game. Wow, what a great game he's playing.
Danny Ainge hits from outside. He has gotten the shooting eye in tow. He has 11 now in the ball game. I think it's Kareem and Magic Johnson, the 2 men who they had to count on, have done exactly that for them in this game.
And I think Pat Riley, with that little change-up of matchups, Magic on Danny Ainge, also helped.
Cooper, who's an erratic shooter, hits a key shot there. He has 11 in the ball game, and he's 4 for 4 from the field. So he's on the mark here, and with 4:40 to go, it's a 17-point lead for L.A. Maxwell against Kupchak, blocked by Kareem, and it's still Boston ball.
Well, I'll tell you, he's running around like he's 18 years old, blocking shots. Terrific.
Inside to Paris. They leave Ainge open. And Ainge hits again. 15-point lead. Kareem gets it in good position. No basket. He traveled.
The Celtics have really shown me a lot more patience on offense, but their defense has really not been doing the job.
Turnovers. Big edge for the Lakers at this point. That's because of their aggressive defense. Bird. 18 for Larry Bird. He has 10 here in the 3rd period. Cooper for 3. Rebound, Dennis Johnson. 13-point lead, and the Celtics would like to get it under 10 before this period's over. Again, it's Bird. Timeout, Lakers. Six in a row for the Celtics. DJ stays with Magic, who loses the ball out of bounds. Celtics ball, and Pat Riley sees Boston making a run here.
Boston has the ability to hang in there. They're a real gritty bunch of guys. They can come back, but not as easily as the Lakers can.
Harris and Kupchak. Harris yelling for a foul and got no respect from the official. But Maxwell steals a pass and is fouled. It's been a roughhouse game, and the L.A. Lakers have set the tone in that department, and that has been a different story. Magic with his 2nd foul.
Well, here's heads-up defense by Max. You never run back down the court without knowing where the ball is, but look at that collision. I'm telling you, this is getting rough and tough and rough.
Ray Kite comes in, and Robert Parrish sits down. Don't forget he suffered a bruised thigh to Parrish in the first half, and he's walking gingerly, and Kite, the 2nd-year center, comes in for him.
Well, Parrish has to continue to run. It's a tougher run for him now with that sore buttock, but Greg Kite right now has to try and take some of the steam out of Kareem's legs. So his orders are run Kareem hard.
It's a 9-point game. Celtics have scored 8 in a row. Kareem guarded by Kite. And a big sky hook by Abdul-Jabbar. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is moving in on Jerry West's all-time NBA playoff scoring record. Came in needing 50. Dennis Johnson with a line drive jump shot.
Well, I'll tell you, there are more bodies flying out of the rebound action almost into the stands than any game I've seen.
Boston shooting better, and the Lakers have dropped under 40. Under 2 minutes to go in the 3rd. Double on Abdul-Jabbar. Cooper finds an opening inside. He has contributed mightily off the bench tonight as Cooper.
Particularly defensively, but Bird is working him pretty good.
Cooper has 13. And a Laker foul on Mitch Kupchak, his 3rd, as Bob McAdoo comes in for Kareem. Kareem goes out having scored 20 points.
I'll tell you, Kareem has weathered the storm stamina-wise And he's going to get a nice long rest here around the timeout at the end of the quarter. So he's going to be ready with a full load of steam for the fourth.
Bird went out with 20 points. Wedman replaces him. And now Kevin McHale comes back in the ball game, replacing Greg Kite.
Yeah, this man at the foul line, Maxwell, as Keiko sits down, is an important guy for the Celtics. Him being less than 100% makes them vary their style a little bit. They like him to score inside and pick up fouls.
He was the hero of their 7th game victory against the Lakers last year. Cedric Maxwell. 10-point game. Magic Johnson going inside and draws the foul. That is the first team foul against the Boston Celtics, believe it or not, in this third period. One team foul, and it comes with 1:23 remaining.
I'd say they've been letting both teams rock and sock here in this third quarter.
But the Lakers were in the penalty. Foul was on Maxwell.
Pat Riley, I think, made a great move and making that change. Magic Johnson guarding Danny Ainge allowed a lot of good things to happen. Extra rebounding, fast up the court. Smart man.
In the championship series, it's the team that loses that has to make the adjustments for the next game. Rotating it around of the Celtics. Johnson top of the key. Cooper the rebound with 1:07 to go. Lakers by 11. Their biggest lead was 18. They had an 18-point lead at the half. McAdoo. And Ainge the rebound. Maxwell is running much better. Ainge fires up outside. Cooper has Lakers down court. 4-on-1 break. And Ainge breaks it up for the moment. But McAdoo will get credit for the basket and a foul.
Look at Danny Ainge. He's got them all. That's a tough job. He tries to fake at it. Gets the hand in the lane. That's what you got to do when you got them all. Fake at the ball. But here's McAdoo. Gets the hoop and at the line for one.
And the three-point play by Bob McAdoo. And now the Lakers, who had their lead shaved to 9, are up by 14. As McHale hits the basket at the baseline with 25 seconds to go.
Well, if they can get it down to 10 again, Dick, that's really what Casey would have been happy with.
Well, they had it to 9, and now the Lakers with 15 on the shot clock. Magic has 7 assists this period and 12 for the game. So he has been a big factor. 5 on the shot clock. McAdoo doesn't get it off. And the 24-second clock runs out with 2 seconds to go in the period.
Good defense that time by Maxwell.
Celtics need a long pass and a shot to cut it to 10. Ainge finds Dennis Johnson.
Right now, the Lakers will try and pace this game to take advantage of the fatigue factor, push it up, and if they don't, get it into Kareem against the smaller McHale.
Good pass into Magic Johnson, too hard off the glass. And now the Celtics in a position to cut it to 10. Ray Williams. And a foul against the Celtics. Scott Wedman pushing. Point here, Tommy, with Kareem back in the game. Mitch Kupchak has given the Lakers good, strong play inside with 5 points and 6 rebounds as Worthy comes in the game. But Kupchak has been a good addition off the bench.
But here comes the speed back in for the Lakers.
I know you don't like those tough guys. You want the Greyhound.
It's a good time to take advantage of your speed.
And it's last touched by the Lakers.
Normally, the big guys are the ones you beat on a fast break, and when you can speed it up the court in the fourth quarter, you usually get easy baskets.
Parrish and Bird will be coming back in for the Celtics. Parrish can come in, and Bird didn't have his passport, so they wouldn't let him in the game.
Didn't get a shot.
But Bird is coming back in. We have about a minute and a half going by in this fourth period, and Casey Jones figures that this is a good time for the Celtics to make a big run. McHale inside. Kareem winds up with the ball.
Oh, he's been immense. That's a big rebound.
His 13th of the game. McAdoo. And a foul against L.A.
That's a quick hitter. They got it where they wanted it, close into the basket with no support defense. They missed an easy shot, the Lakers.
Larry Bird comes in, replacing Ray Williams. Worthy has 5 personal fouls.
Williams took an ill-advised shot. Casey Jones wants patience.
Larry Bird.
That's why he wants patience, Dick.
The Celtics are going with Scott Wedman in the backcourt along with Dennis Johnson. Kareem comes back. Harris clears it. And now the Celtics can narrow the Laker lead to 8 points. Dennis Johnson. Bird looking to fight inside, and a foul on the Lakers. Larry Bird fiercely going after that offensive rebound, and a Laker foul called against Michael Cooper, and a timeout.
We were riding over. We're knotted at 27. Rebound, but Lieber comes down and from a setting position, he makes it. Unbelievable. On his back, shot it and made it.
America's game. It's fantastic. The Celtics are trying to eat away at the Laker lead. It's 10 points right now. 2 players are in foul trouble right now, both Lakers. Worthy, who has 5, and Kurt Rambis, who has 4. But Robert Parrish may have his running legs going for him right now, Tommy.
Yes, sir. We're going to see Parrish leaning on Jabbar, but watch Larry Bird come from the right of your screen and really force Jabbar to take a tough shot. But now, after the rebound, watch Parrish leg it up the court. Still going. The fatigue factor, I don't see it.
He has that hip bruise. Kareem is 38. They both are looking like they're 21 out there at this point. 9.5 to go, 4th period. Bird shooting over Spriggs for 3. Wedman fighting Kareem and losing that fight. 10-point lead.
Well, they got it to their main man, and he didn't hit the shot.
Celtics had cut the Laker lead to 9. That's as close as they've come. McAdoo. This is the jumper. Parrish, another rebound. That's 11.
Boy, those bodies are still flying out of the rebound action. Terrific.
Low to Bird. Double team with Scott and Spriggs, and they get the ball away from him. Here's Byron Scott. And a technical foul has been called against Larry Bird. That's the second technical on a Celtic player. The first was on Dennis Johnson.
Bird got doubled, and I think Jake O'Donnell really didn't have a good position to see if anybody even grabbed him by the arm. So the best thing to do at that point is let it go.
You know, Riley could have an argument there. You call a technical, and the Lakers were on their way to a fast break, it seems.
Well, they call a technical, and they get a free point and the ball again. So what's wrong with that?
Gets the ball back from Kareem. Kareem. 24 for Kareem.
Boy, he's fighting Robert Parrish beautifully.
8.5 to play in the 4th. Lakers have it up to 13 again. And a foul under the basket, Larry Spriggs. Spriggs is an enforcer, and this is why he has his trademark.
Well, they're platooning their forwards, and look at Spriggs leaning all over Bird. And they were going to give Bird a little attention after calling a technical on him. And Spriggs, the inexperienced player that he is, picked up the foul.
3 team fouls on the Lakers. 5, and they're in the penalty. Bird pushed Spriggs away that time. Goes baseline on Spriggs, who knocks Larry Bird to the floor.
Where's Spriggs from? Washington?
Washington, D.C.
They play tough schoolyard basketball in Washington. Larry Bird or no. Watch this. From behind. And Kareem, nice gesture to hold him up.
Win or lose, Tommy, the Lakers have made a statement in this ball game.
Dick, they are matching physical for physical. And that's pretty tough to do in the Boston Garden.
92 to 81 with 8:07 to go. Larry Bird, 24 points, 16 of them here in the second half. But Kareem comes back with another skyhook. Has he come back in
tell you,
this game?
Several years ago, when my team played him in Milwaukee, I thought he couldn't go 48 with one guy guarding him tough. He's showing me at 38 he can still do it.
Dennis Johnson. And it's again an 11-point game. You're right about Kareem. He's no armchair general in this ball game. And a Boston foul on Dennis Johnson. Danny Ainge will be checking back into the ball game.
You know, Danny Ainge was really the only guy other than Bird that was consistently hitting that outside shot.
Wedman is guarding Magic, and Ainge is trying to double. Wedman got a hand on it, caused the turnover. And the Celtics get under that Magic 10 deficit mark with a basket here. Bird.
How did he get that shot off against Cooper? Cooper was sitting right on his shooting hand.
9-point game. Wedman is out on Johnson. And smothering it. Spriggs knocked away. And the Celtics are making a big run with a lot of time to go in this fourth period. Bird gone in strong and is fouled. James Worthy with 5 personal fouls is coming back in the ball game for Pat Riley, but the Garden crowd is on its feet. Larry Bird is on the line. He has 26 points. Going for number 28 right now, and this will be his 20th point at the half if he hits this free throw.
You really count on beating the big men in the fourth quarter on the break. The fast-breaking team, and I don't think the Lakers have utilized that aspect at all here.
Timeout Story. Last time it's been as close as 7 points was 39 to 32 early in the second period. So this is the big challenge for Boston. And Kareem answers it with another sky hook from the baseline. And Kareem now has 20 points this half. McHale doubled. Finds Parrish. Finds the basket. Worthy, who has 5 fouls. McAdoo looking for Kareem. Open is Cooper. Hits again, and Cooper, with all his good defensive plays, you pointed out, Tommy, has 16 points as well.
Oh, that is a big shot. They're trying to stop Jabbar now, and that's going to make the Celtics think twice about it. Double teaming.
Kareem playing Parrish 1-1, and Robert hits the basket.
This series is going to be a ton of fun before it's over.
Kareem inside, going strong to the basket, and 30 points for Kareem. Keep in mind that Abdul-Jabbar had 33 points against the Celtics in one of their regular season matchups.
This is half-court knockout shot against half-court knockout shot. Wow.
Each team refuses to go down. Ainge going in strong. Danny Ainge on the penetration. But it's a Laker trying to score. They got to 100 with more than 5 minutes to go. No basket. And they're going to call the offensive foul, and that may be 6 on Worthy. It is. James Worthy has fouled out of the ball game. He scored 16 points, Tommy.
And here's a little hook when he fouls out. Kind of a cheap call there. Didn't look like Worthy really hooked him. But
that was not a kind of call you would get for a 6th foul.
But there's no real muscle in there now for the Lakers.
They need Kupchak maybe, especially since it's been a half-court game by Boston. Bird. Look at everyone on the floor. There are about 3 players. And now Kareem steps on the line, and the Celtics will have it.
Here he comes over the top, catches Cooper, goes to the hoop, tries to draw the foul. No whistle, but Kareem gets pushed, and then he steps on the line, according to Jake O'Donnell.
It'll be Boston ball when we come back.
Over 100 years ago, Frederick Miller started an American tradition. He put his big Miller
Companies depend on. We have
different kind of insurance.
Series at a game apiece. But Tommy, as you look at the Lakers lineup right now, what do you see?
Well, the Lakers lineup before this timeout had all their slender people in there. That should give the Celtics the advantage on the offensive board. Let's see who's coming out. Same lineup that went into the huddle at timeout is coming back out. Boston really should have the advantage on the board.
4:46 to go. And the action has been hot and heated. A physical game with plenty of speed, particularly by the Lakers early. Harris doubled. And they're going to call a jump ball. They tied up Robert Parrish. Good defense again by the Lakers inside.
Well, they made a good switch, and then when the ball got to Parrish, he waited too long to make his move. It allowed the double to develop.
The 2 centers will jump it, and they're going to jump it again.
When you have a mismatch and you're a big guy, you should catch the ball, never bring it down, just go over the man.
Larry Bird, 20 in the half, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has 22 this half. Celtics control, trying to cut the lead to 5. Bird beating Parrish. The basket counts in a foul.
Bird makes things happen. Jabbar has to respect the drive. Beautiful pass to Parrish, who really powers it through after being hit by McAdoo.
Great pass by Larry Bird. And it's a 4-point ball game.
I think the Lakers didn't take advantage of that fast break, that fatigue factor.
Magic knocked away by Parrish. 11 on the clock. And Magic Johnson gets the roll. And look at the tension on the Laker bench. They badly want a victory here in Boston before they go home to play 3 in the friendly confines of the Forum. 6-point game. Bird is doubled. Ames to the top, inside. McHale pops. Keeps the pressure on for the Celtics. And Chris Ford urging the Celtics on.
That was the patience Casey Jones mentioned at halftime. Find the open man.
And there's 3.5 to play. Boston has 2 fouls to give. Lakers are in the penalty. Michael Cooper is open again, and he hits again. 18 for Cooper, giving Pat Riley some key points.
Boy, when you double Jabbar, you know he's going to find the right guy.
McHale's shot is rejected by Kareem, out of bounds, and it's still Boston ball.
I'll tell you, he is playing like a rookie. Watch him come over on this shot to really swat it away. Fantastic.
He has played an active, aroused game from the very start. Ames called for walking. He saw Kareem in front of him and took steps. Quinn Buckner, the cheerleader on the Boston bench. 6-point lead, Lakers in front, 3:05 to go. The only lead the Celtics had was the first points of the ball game. 10 on the clock. Kareem. And Bird gets the rebound. Boston trying to cut it to 4 now. Bird goes for 3. And Abdul-Jabbar cradles the ball.
I'll tell you, I've never seen that man rebound that hard at this stage of a ball game, even when he was younger.
16 rebounds for Kareem, and the old man has looked like a young man tonight.
You probably Sears.
Few who saved money. The Willises, they all did.
The Paris-Roubaix, 3 decades as a has come back with a vengeance. 30 points in 6.
He has missed a set.
Bird, who also has had an explosive second half, and he is the lifeblood of the Boston Celtics and the best player in the game today.
This is down to what Pat Riley calls the will to win.
Foul is on Larry Bird. That's one of the fouls the Celtics could give, although it may not be the best possible one. 13 foul on Boston. .220. Kareem, skyhook. And McAdoo charging in is called for the foul. That's 5 on Bob McAdoo.
Good move by McAdoo, though. He had to do that, but they are absolutely going to Kareem. And the Celtics are trying to confuse him, sometimes doubling, sometimes forcing him to take the shot, but he's smart enough to know when to do the right thing.
Worthy has already fouled out for the Lakers. Fouled out with 5:05 to go and scored 16 points. And now McAdoo has 5 and Bird to try to cut the lead again to 4. Bird going now for his 30th point of the game.
You know, when I used to play in these type of games, when you get down to this part of the ball game, your legs feel like lead.
And are there any players who don't want the ball at a time like this?
The great ones always want the ball at this point.
The great ones.
The great ones.
.104 to 100, and the Celtics tighten up the screws on the half-court defense. Under 2 minutes to go in the fourth. Kareem looking for someone to pass to. 1 second on the clock. Cooper hits the basket. The basket counts, and Cooper made it happen.
Well, he's hit 3 big outside shots off the double team.
And 8 out of 9 from the field in the ball game. 20 for Cooper. He's doing a Scott Wedman in this ball game. Ains coming back and misses the shot. Cooper running. 6-point lead for the Lakers. Cooper will use the clock now with 1.5 to play.
And into your picture comes Mr. Set Offense, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Triple team. Scott gets it to McAdoo. Yes! And a foul. McAdoo will go to the line with 1:17 to go. And at this point, the free throws become very important. Kevin McHale committing the foul, his 4th.
Now, that previous defense before Cooper hit the shot was excellent by the Celtics. And it breaks your heart when a guy as the buzzer's about to go off hits an outside shot like Cooper did. That is a morale breaker.
Timeout! 1 for McAdoo, and now the Celtics will call a timeout. They have 1 timeout plus 1:20 to go.
I'll tell you this, that outside
3 of this championship series, which is, if you want to call it a gut check.
I'll tell you, when you pull out the performance, lead this ball club.
Keep in mind the Celtics of their last 20. Well, they like the lighting. In the Stanley Cup hockey playoffs, Edmonton leading Philadelphia 7-1 after 2 periods. If the Oilers go on and win that game, they will win the Stanley Cup. Dennis Johnson is fouled going to the hoop with 1:12 to go. I'll tell you one thing, there not have been any easy fouls by the Lakers. They've made them all count tonight.
I'll tell you, this has been a very, very physical game. But to my way of thinking, the referees have let both teams be physical.
Bob McAdoo has fouled out of the ball game. Number 6 on Mac. He has scored 6 points. So McAdoo becomes the second Laker to foul out. James Worthy is the other. Larry Spriggs will come in the ball game for L.A.
Back quickly enough. Oh.
Free throws are important.
Casey Jones didn't like that one.
Quiet here at Boston Garden as Johnson hits 1 out of 2, a 6-point lead. Boston has missed 8 free throws. L.A. has dropped 9 from the free throw line. They have missed 9 Minute to go. 6-point lead for the Lakers. Kareem inside. Spriggs knocked away. Still Laker ball with 5 seconds on the shooting clock.
The Celtics ran right at Kareem.
Into Kareem again. Sky hook. Short. Bird has it. Celtics will try to cut it to 4. Defense will win this game. Either the Lakers hold. The Celtics will get the ball away. Ainge tossed it up. Kareem, a big rebound. Big one with 36 seconds to go. That's his 17th. And some of the fans start to make their way to the exits.
I'll tell you, this particular ball game had more spunk, more muscle. This is prime playoff NBA basketball.
It's a game worthy of prime time. Offensive foul. Magic Johnson, and he knew it.
Go for Dennis Johnson to get back and stop Magic pushing the ball up the court.
McHale travels. Maybe more than anything else, Tommy, as you pointed out early, the Lakers came out on their toes. They were alert. They played tight defense. And they run out the clock. We're going to L.A., and the series is tied 1-1.
Okay, what I didn't see in the first game with Kareem, right, just scratch that out. I should edit that out completely because now it sounds stupid. But it was the truth. It wasn't there in the first game. There was no question he's still the dominant alpha male on this floor. Unbelievable. Yeah, like 30 and 18. At 38, Jesus. Yeah, all around great game. And it's not like Boston didn't have a chance. They had it within 4 with about 3.5 minutes left. So they even fought back and had a good chance even after the game LA played. I think Pat did a great job as far as the rotation. I liked him taking Magic and putting him on Danny. Because that did, I know you're supposed to pick up closest to you, but that did really throw the balance off as far as transition offense to defense. Because you know DJ's looking for Magic. And it makes it a hell of a lot more difficult when Magic's out and running. You know, I think Danny did great. I mean, nobody on Boston hit the way they hit in the first game. Nobody. I think they did worthy shitty at the end of the game. I mean, a couple of the offensive fouls they called on worthy that game was horrible. Especially for that era. Horrible. I mean, that would be like a foul in today's game. They were calling. And I was like, are you kidding me? Now we're going to LA. You know, let's see what they do in LA. First year, like I said, that they're implementing the 2-3-2. So, I mean, LA could very well end this in Los Angeles. We know they don't, but they could have. So, let's see what Boston does in LA to prevent that and to get the series back to Boston. I'll see you guys for Game 3. Thanks for hanging out.